The story starts with a girl named Fiona Green, and she is the illegitimate child of a duke. Despite being an illegitimate child, she grows into a respected sorcerer. Fiona is at the family dinner because they want to discuss who is going to participate in the upcoming war, where we learn that Fiona is a typical Villianess in this story because the body of Fiona's soul has been transferred with another soul. In the end, she will die miserably because she tries to kill the main lead and female lead. The story is about an emperor who fell in love with saintliness, and they together save the world. And Fiona is the final boss because she threatens the main lead. Therefore, in the end, she died at the hands of the main lead. Then Fiona's soul fell into despair. Now we see that the family discusses that Fiona will be participating in this war because she is an illegitimate child, and Fiona's family has already planned this from the beginning. But Fiona is not ready to participate in where she is going to tell them, but their reactions are like, "You cannot run from this," and after seeing their reactions she agrees with them. She now thinks that the original Fiona never felt loved by anyone. That's why she fell into despair. Now she cannot hate anyone because the current Fiona body is possessed by none other than the writer herself. Now in the northern region, Fiona has come, and the current lord of this region is Duke of the North Abel Hellion, who is going to be one of the main leads in this story. He will be a great support to the main lead. Now Abel asks their knight why they send a child. "Are they looking down on me?" He tells Fiona that she is not needed here and that she can go back. But Fiona starts to think that Fiona turns villain because if she goes back then they will kick her out, and then she will resent them. After Duke tells her to go back, she shouts that she is not going back. Instead, he should give her a chance to prove herself. Duke asks her how she going to prove herself, by doing chores of the house or anything like that. Fiona replies that she will be beneficial for the war. After hearing this, he smiles and tells her that this is the funniest thing he has heard and tells her not to joke. But Fiona says that she is being genuine about this. Abel tells Fiona that he is going to give her one chance to prove her worth. Then Abel's knights escort Fiona to her room and report him, where he tells Abel that Fiona is a very straightforward person, unlike other children, but in the end she is just a child. After listening to this, Abel tells him that he is going to send Fiona to the second wall after 2 days. Knight is shocked because the second wall is a very dangerous area, whereas Abel says that if she is useless then he is going to throw her into demon food. In the room, Fiona is relaxed and thinks the guy she created is terrifying except for his looks, and then she sleeps. The next morning, Abel takes Fiona to the battlefield, where he tells Fiona that he is not going to protect her from any kind of danger, and then she will die, and she thinks that there is no time to get scared. Now Abel tells her to go and prove her worth. She runs towards the wall. She sees the war where people are dying and fighting with their lives on the line. Abel asks Fiona what she thinks about the battlefield. She is scared, but Fiona says that this is horrible and she is busy in her thoughts. Abel asks her if she is scared then she can return, but Fiona says let's get started, and she uses her magic to attack. And now she imagined a lightning attack and attack on the demon. This attack was so powerful even Abel was shocked to see the power of this little girl. Mage level is determined by their mana flow in the body, where Fiona is already a talented mage. After seeing this attack, Abel tells this attack look like divine punishment and lift Fiona in her arms. All people are cheering for Fiona because with her help demon are retreating to their territory. Abel smiles and pats Fiona's head and tells her that she is welcome to Hellion. Seeing this reaction from Abel, Fiona tells Abel it an honor, and Abel is finally recognizes Fiona. 1 month later, we see all the maids give chocolates to Fiona. Fiona is happy with everyone. Fiona is walking when she sees a knight whose name is Geron. She sees his face and guesses that he got ragged by Abel. Fiona says hello to Geron and gives him a chocolate to cheer up. Geron says that he is going to the 4th wall because today a demon attacked that place. After listening to this, Fiona asks Geron whether she can come along with him, and he tells her it is no problem. Geron asks Fiona to keep this secret because Abel doesn't like it when someone messes with Fiona, and she walks around with him only. Then we see the 4th wall where a boy is laying on the ground. Now Fiona has reached the 4th wall and asks their condition. Here a knight says that they are organizing the casualties. Fiona walks towards the wall to see the damage. After seeing the scenario, she asks them to move because she is going to burn the corpses. After burning the corpses, she sees a boy who is probably the same age as Fiona, but she thinks he is dead. Then she prays rest in peace, but the boy is not dead and he flicks his hand. Fiona tries to save that boy, but at that time a demon suddenly appears and attacks Fiona, but the boy pushes Fiona to the other side and Fiona is saved. The boy was already injured and Fiona looked at the face of the boy and she thought she was familiar with his face. She used her magic and killed that demon and tried to save the boy. After giving some thought, she finally recognized this boy. This boy is none other than the male lead of the story, and his name is Sigrid. And then she asks for a doctor and help the boy. After 2 days later, Doctor told Fiona that he was in a difficult stage and now he is out of danger, where Fiona thinks about how she wrote the main lead story, where he is the prince of the empire she is currently living in. He is an illegitimate child where everybody wants to kill him in the empire. His mother saved him and escaped the empire. After running, his mother hides him, but unfortunately, his mother dies in the running and he escapes to the northern region where everybody live freely. After some time he met Abel. Abel taught him fighting and then he became a hero of the world. Seeing his face, Fiona told him he had gone through a lot and she fell asleep there. Some time later when she wakes up, she sees Sigrun is also awake. There she asked how he was feeling and did he slept well. Then she introduced herself and he asked Fiona where he was. Then she told him that he was at Hellion Palace. Sigrun asks her how he is alive and Fiona tells him she called the doctor and treated him. Fiona was going to check whether he had a fever, but Sigrun told her not to touch her and go away. Fiona just poked her fingers where he was hurt and he screamed. He says what the hell is she doing? Then she asks him if his body hurts. And Sigrun tells her why she is saving him even though she has just met him, and she replies, "You also saved me." And now Abel just entered the room and told Fiona it's too early for her to bring a man at her room, where she tells Abel that he is a boy, not a man. Fiona asks Abel why he is here and Abel tells her that a second child has come into his territory. After seeing Sigrun, Abel say he is not from here, he is different from people here. Then Sigrun tells that he is in the Carl's mercenary squad. Then Fiona tells Sigrun that this man is Abel Hellion. He is duke of this territory. After listening to this, he starts thinking that he also will kill him. Then Abel lifts Fiona and Fiona thinks he always lifts her and other people think they are daughter and father. They also have the same hair color. Then Fiona asks Abel to stay with this boy until he gets better. Abel tells Fiona he will give him a room. Then Fiona tells Abel thank you and she will work hard in the future. Now Sigrun is falling asleep but he starts having a nightmare about his past, where his mother told him to survive no matter what, and each day was torture for him. He started thinking why he has to survive when everything is hard for him. He was lonely and to survive he picked a sword and went to the battlefield and fought with his life on the line and survive, even though he thought it would be better if he died with his mother. But this time he was going to die, but a gentle touch saved him, and when he opened his eyes he saw a girl. The girl was sleeping and he thought this was the most peaceful scene he had ever seen. And then we see Fiona ask him if he is well or not, but Sigrun asks her why she is worried about him. She sympathizes with him like a cat or dog. Fiona says that's not it, she doesn't take him with such a shallow intention. When he asks her why, Fiona tells him she just wanted to help him for no reason. Then the doctor came in to ask Fiona if she was getting along with a child with her same age, where she replied yes, and then Sigrun told her to go, but Fiona told him that she was going to see his wounds. But Sigrun is embarrassed and Fiona leaves that place and thinks he is embarrassed because of his age. Then the doctor asked Sigrun does he felt any pain overnight, and he told the doctor no. Then he removed his shirt where we see his body is bruised and his body is different from any other child. Fiona was waiting outside of the room. The doctor came and told Fiona that this child had many scars on his body. It was not safe for him to return to the mercenary group. After listening to Dr. Fiona run to check Sigrun's body. Fiona asks Sigrun how badly he is hurt and tries to remove his shirt. But Sigrun pushes Fiona, which leads to Fiona falling on the ground and she starts crying. But as soon as she starts crying, Sigrun rushes to help Fiona and asks her if is she okay. But Fiona tells him that she is crying because of how many hardships he faces alone even though he is just a child. Fiona is in guilt because she wrote about him like this in her novel. She hugs him and starts thinking she has to be on his side because that way she can apologize for the scars she has given to him. And she apologized to him, but Sigrun told her not to worry, this was not her fault. Fiona asks Sigrun to get along with her in the future. Seeing Fiona smile, he says that she is weird, she always do whatever she wants. Sometimes she smile and sometimes she cry. Fiona now thinks she will be a great friend to him. After this incident, they seem to get close and Fiona acts like an older sister, but Sigrun asks how old is she. She thinks she is younger than him and tells him that she is 13 years old. Sigrun, after hearing this, said he is older than her. Fiona just stares at Sigrun's face and thinks he is now in better condition. Then Sigrun asks Fiona why she is staring at him, where Fiona tells him he is handsome. But suddenly a knight came and told Fiona that a huge monster was approaching the second wall. As soon as she heard this, she started running, but Sigrun stopped her and asked where she was going. Fiona said that she was a mage and she had a duty to protect people. But Sigrun is worried and tells her that the second wall is a very dangerous place because many mercenaries died. Now Sigrun came forward and told Knight that his northern region is this weak and that a child is going to protect everyone even though it's their job to protect the children. After seeing Sigrun like this, Fiona thinks, I always know that Sigrun has a sense of justice. Fiona tells him that she is fine and not to worry about her. Sigrun asks if she is scared about this. Fiona replies that she is here because she needs it and she has nowhere else to go and it's her decision. When Sigrun asks what about your family, Fiona tells him that she is an illegitimate child and her father and brother sent her here because they never wanted her to return. And she walks and closes the door where Sigrun tells her to come back soon. Outside the room, Abel is also standing there and Fiona sees him and he tells her to stay by his side on the battlefield. Afterward, the war ended and everything went back to peace. Fiona and Sigrun have now come close and they talk comfortably with each other. Then Abel summons Fiona and tells her to sit because this conversation is going to be long. Then Abel tells her the doctor said that the boy has recovered. Hearing this, Fiona thinks what Abel is thinking. Abel asks Fiona if he is curious, did she let the boy live here while knowing his identity? Fiona is now shocked and thinking, did Abel do background research on him? And she tells Abel that she doesn't know. She just knows that Abel is an orphan and to survive he joined a mercenary group. After listening to Fiona, Abel stares at Fiona and tells her he doesn't know what she is thinking and that she is just a child, but sometimes he just don't know her personality. Fiona tells Abel that it is normal, but Abel tells her that he is thinking about what to do to her. With this, she asks Abel if is he going to throw Fiona outside of the house. But Abel tells her that this is not what he's thinking, but thinks that he should keep her with him. Fiona is now happy because Abel is not going to kick her out. Then Abel says that mercenaries are harassing women in his territory. They have this audacity to do this in his territory, and he gives a letter to Fiona and asks her to read it. Then Abel tells Fiona that he is giving power to Fiona to teach them a lesson, and he asks her to come back. Now she is in the carriage with Sigrun and they are headed to the mercenary ground to teach them a lesson. Sigrun looks at Fiona and starts to think she is a mage and yet very beautiful with white hair, and her eyes as red as roses. He tells Fiona to take care of herself and thinks, does Fiona knows that he is blood related to the Empire family? He is busy in his thoughts when suddenly Fiona asks him how mercenaries control them. He tells her it's simple, you just have to become a threat to their life. Fiona starts thinking if this is the way, then she has to give them a strong punishment. So anyone who is lacking will eventually understand this, and Fiona thanks Sigrun. And here our video end. To watch the next part, click on the left side video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.